Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Moment in Time with Taylor. I have a wonderful surprise for you guys, a special guest today, Sonam108. Many of you may know her, and I'll be bringing her on in just a second. Just before I bring her on the screen, I wanted to give a special thank you to everyone on this list over here to my right. Is it to your left? My right, your left. And hey, Sarah. Hello, everyone. Hey, Claudia. Hey, Sammy. Hey, Lou. Hey, Gio. Hey, D5. And Sonam, if you're in the chat and you want to chat with them, you know, she's like behind the scenes. She's behind the curtain. You guys can't see her right now. She's like the Wizard of Oz. Thank you for the super heart, Sarah. I appreciate that. Hello, Steven. So I want to say thank you to all of my sponsors here that funded this channel at femyoga.com. You can see all the different levels that you can give at, and you get different benefits for all of these things. Hey, Derek. Derek's on this list. He's right here. Lou's on the list. Hey, Claudia. Everyone sees Sonam. Yes. Hey, James. We're going to follow the yellow brick road. We're going to follow the yellow brick road right to Sonam. And I also want to just make sure that you guys will follow Sarah, Ed, American Live, and Stephen Campbell. So these are all my platinum and above sponsors, and these are the people that really, really play a huge role in bringing this kind of content to you guys with all the fancy technology we are about to blow your mind with. Everyone's talking about pineapples and pizza. All right, let's do this. Are you ready, Sonam? Okay. I'm going to bring you on in 5, 4, 3. All your fans are here. 2, 1. Boom! Oh, I forgot my mask. Go! Look what I have.
Wait, I can't see anything.
Look, I'm Sonam. She can't see through the mask, you guys. I'm Sonam right now. Do you see the resemblance?
Oh my god! This excites me more than anything in the world. I feel like it's the best one of my life.
Oh, I feel like mine is so much uglier than yours, but it's still fun nevertheless.
Hell no, they're pineapples. Pineapples are pineapples, so that's fine.
Thanks for the super hearts, Ed. Hello, everyone. Someone's eating a fabulous pizza right now. Since when is this possible? Since when they came out with Periscope Producer. I can teach you how to use it. Thanks for the super hearts, Derek. Yes. All right. So Sonam, would you like to tell these fine people what exactly a top shelf pineapple is and why we have pineapples on our face?
Okay, so, hi guys. If you don't know me, I'm Sonam108 and I'm messing everything up right now because I'm sitting on a chair and everything's literally falling over. But welcome. Let me tell you a little bit about myself. I have been broadcasting for over 2 years now, and I've created a movement called Top Shelf Pineapple. It's a community of amazing people that get together and just spread good vibes everywhere. So I'll tell you a little bit about how the story started. I was dating someone a few years ago and I tied my hair up in a bun like that, and he was like, oh, you look like a cute little pineapple. So I was like, well, I'm not just any old pineapple, I'm a top shelf pineapple, meaning like I'm worth, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it was at that time that I created my account that linked onto my YouTube channel, and I started going onto YouTube about 6 months ago, and when I shared the link, it was youtube.com/top shelf pineapple, and I was like, oh, this is interesting, and I had a little bit of a giggle to myself, but I never really thought about where the name, you know, I never really thought about the name until I saw it on that link. And coincidentally, we started talking about self-worth, you know, how to motivate ourselves, how we believe that we can achieve anything in the world. And I said, let's come up with a name for our community. And someone suggested Top Shelf Pineapple. And for a moment, I was like, well, that's related to my ex-boyfriend. I don't think that's a really nice thing to kind of, you know, call ourselves. And I was like, no, but actually, there's nothing wrong with it because it really, really coincides with everything that we're about and what we're talking about. And I said, okay, that's perfect. And that's where the name came about. And, you know, we kind of just had a little bit of a mess around, and then we had a Periscope broadcast, and, you know, I said, you know, we were saying, oh, imagine if we get sponsored by a big pineapple company. And I was like, actually, why not? So I was like, let's make this into something. Let's include everyone who is all about the good vibes, is all about the love, all about the, you know, kind of kindness and all that kind of stuff. And let's make this into something beautiful. And so we created a private Facebook group for it. And it's going well, touch wood so far. There's, you know, a lot of things that I'm learning, but it's something that I've never felt strongly about anything in my life than I have about this. And yeah, that's what Top Shelf Pineapple is.
Yes, thank you. There's tons of people in the chat. Definitely feel free to engage with them if they want. Everyone loves you. They love the pineapples. How can they get into the private Facebook group?
Okay, so if you click on the first link in my bio, you can enter the Facebook group and yeah, just join us. And we do, you know, a few different things. So as the group has been growing, obviously I've made sure that I'm real with everyone that is in the group. So if something's not working out, I'll say, hey, look, this isn't working out. Maybe we should try this. But what the most beautiful thing is that, you know, if anyone sees a pineapple on their travels, or if anyone sees it on an Instagram post or anything, the first thing they think about is Top Shelf Pineapple. And it's the most beautiful thing to think that, hey, look, they think of this good vibes community when they see a pineapple, and we post it straight into the group, and it just kind of brings us all together in a beautiful way.
Yeah, I've noticed that on Twitter and on Instagram, especially Lou Kiwis here in the chat. And oh, so many pineapple emojis right now. I love it. I love it. Yes, follow her. There she is, Sonam108, Top Shelf Pineapple right there. So if you see a pineapple, you get extra bonus points from Sonam if you put it on the top shelf and then take a picture of it.
Yes, that's how it works. We actually started it off as a challenge. So when we first started the group, I went into a supermarket over here, and I said to people, you know, if you see a pineapple, get it from the fruit aisle and go and put it in the toiletries aisle on the top shelf, near the shampoo or the diapers or anything like that. And a few other people did it too, and it was amazing. It was the most beautiful thing. So if anyone wants to do that, please get involved and share your pictures with us as well.
Yeah, so how do they share it with you? Do they just tag you, or is there a hashtag?
So if you hashtag Top Shelf Pineapple on Twitter or Instagram, or if you join our Facebook group, you can share it on there as well. Just hashtag Top Shelf Pineapple, and with your permission, I can take that picture and put it onto our Instagram page, which is at Top Shelf Pineapple, and credit you under there with your name at the bottom and say, you know, you've completed the challenge or whatever it is. But it's a really fun thing, you know, because when I was going around the supermarket, if you guys watch my video, the security guard was looking at me at one point going, is she stealing anything? Why has she got a pineapple in her hand? Why is she next to the alcohol? And I just went all around the supermarket, put it next to the coffee, next to all the vodka, the gin and everything. And I was like, okay, let's go and do this. And at one point people were looking at me like, what the hell is this girl doing? But that's the beauty of it, is that nobody knows what we're up to, but only we kind of know the reason.
Fun. Yeah, and it's for fun, you know, it's positivity. It's a lot of fun. It's a way for people to connect. And it's funny how something so common like a pineapple can come to represent positivity to people. You know, That's beautiful. And Ed says, do you know what a purple pineapple is?
No.
An eggplant.
Oh, wait. Okay. Wait, is this...
Wait,
emojis in chat now. There we go.
There we go. Let's see them. Hey, Maddie. Oh, wait, what did you say, Claudia? There they are. There you go. Follow the purple pineapples. Claudia said she put a pineapple on top of a thing of toilet paper on the top shelf.
She did. Yep. There were people that put it next to the toilet paper. Some people put it next to, oh my God, one of these guys, Jimmy. If you don't know who Jimmy is, you really need to get to know Jimmy. And we all know him in the Top Shelf Pineapple group because he trolls madly. And he went and put them near the women's products in the toiletries, and he said, oh, there you go, that's for you. And I was like, trust you to go and do that. Absolutely ridiculous. If I can find a picture, I'll show it to you on the screen in a minute. But
Yeah, who's
yeah.
Jimmy? Angel's Piano is wanting. What Jimmy? Who's Jimmy? The troll.
Oh,
Who's this?
this is Jimmy Barnes. He's a quiz guy on here. He doesn't really kind of. He's not kind of big on. Not when I say big, I mean he doesn't kind of like socialize too much on Periscope. He just kind of drops in groups and anything. But he's a big part of our community, and I absolutely love him as much. I tell him I hate him, but I do love him.
I love that. I love trolls. And someone said that if they had a forklift, they would try to put it up like really, really high on the top shelf at Lowe's or Home Depot. It's a good one. That would be a first time, right? That would be the first one. So you could make history, Elliot. Go do it.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Jimmy. Everyone's talking about how they love Jimmy. So, do you want to talk a little bit about how you started periscoping and how you came onto Periscope and what your scopes used to be about?
Okay, so I started periscoping nearly 2.5 years ago, and I used to kind of show the parks around where I live, and just do Pictionary scopes as well, play games with everyone. And guys, I have to whisper this because my mum's in the next room, but I used to drink wine from a bottle with a straw, like literally just down it with a straw and get drunk on Periscope and just be ridiculously silly. Like it was my thing at that time, and that's how a lot of people followed me. And I started kind of doing a lot of like chatty scopes, messing around kind of thing, and then I went through a low point in my life, and I was struggling so much, and I used Periscope as a place where I could just find people to talk to, and I used to sometimes do dark scopes, and I want to be honest about this because it is part of my journey, but I used to do dark scopes and I used to just simply cry, and I used to say, guys, please help me. I need to talk to someone. I feel sad, or, I'm going through a really bad time and I don't know how to get over this. And I used this platform as a place where I could kind of reach out to people, and I found the best friends through it that helped me through like a really challenging time. But with that, I grew stronger. I found people that were there to support me, and I decided to share my story with the world and say, hey, look, I've been through a bad time, but guess what? I'm slowly getting over it, and so could you. And I just noticed that even through the bad times, I used to try and learn about myself and really progress in my life. And every time I did that, I used to come on and say, hey, look, I've done this. This is how you can do this. And I turned out to, speak to my viewers and just share my story, and it seemed to have inspired quite a few people, and it's just the most beautiful thing I've done, and I'm so grateful for it. And yeah, Periscope is just the best app in the world. I don't care what anybody says, but
I totally agree. I love the community on here. I mean, look, we have 54, 55 awesome people in here right now. Some of you are new to us. Make sure that you follow Sonam. Her username is in the title, Sonam108. And you can learn all more about the top shelf pineapples and start to hang out with them too, because it's nice to have multiple positive broadcasters on. And someone said, are you from Jersey? No, she's not from Jersey. Do you want to say where you're from?
I'm from London.
Yes. Hi, Lenny. Yes. Good job, Ray. You got to drop to work. I love it. Oh, speaking of which, let's see. Do we have a heart race going? Let's see. Boom. Nope. Nothing. Okay, good. So someone else, Angel's Piano, says that they should come out with a pineapple super heart.
If Periscope do that, honestly, I owe them for the rest of my life. I'm not even joking. I would be so happy if they did Periscope. Are you listening? Can you please do something about this?
Kayvon.
I love you.
Do it. Kayvon is the CEO of Periscope. I always talk to him in my broadcast. I'm like, Kayvon, we need pineapple super heart. You paying attention? Claudia wants your drink, and Ed says that Jersey and London are very similar.
Oh, let me. By the way, please don't test me on like geography or anything like that. As far as I know, London, and that's the only place I know. It's not the only place I know in the world, but that's where I am.
I love that cup so much. Oh my god, I wish I had something cool. All I have is this. Okay, what else? Somebody else said, oh, Wendy Glitters was saying that Scope was a miracle for her. So she's vibing with that too. And I know a lot of people in the room are probably in that same kind of
Yep.
category. So you are coming to America, right?
Yes. So my plan is to come there by February, and if all goes to plan, you know, I've been looking for tickets. I need to save up a little bit, and I'm just like, right, I want to go out there, meet some of these beautiful people that I've met online, and just go and see the Pineapple Hotel, the chain of hotels that they've got in the US, and just come and hang out and have some fun, really.
Wait, there's Pineapple Hotels?
Yeah, so it's called Stay Pineapple, and someone actually tweeted about it to me, and I followed them. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing, and they were like, why don't you come and film with us? And I was like, okay, this is interesting. So at the moment, we're just kind of trying to build a relationship online, but you know, I want to go out there and just see that hotel, and I'm thinking that because there's a hotel in San Francisco, in Chicago, in Seattle. I'm thinking like if every year we can hold our top shelf pineapple meetups in each hotel every year. So that's my plan. But fingers crossed, it all goes well.
I love that idea. That's awesome. Twitter Universe says, "Uh oh, Sonam's coming to America. Everyone hide your pineapples." Lou and
Coming with a suitcase of pineapple, guys.
she's coming to take all the pineapples from America. Thank you, Lou. And Claudia says that she and Lou will have a pineapple pizza party ready for you.
Okay, Claudia, you're blocked. That's it. Today is block party for Claudia.
Should I block her? Should I block her? I'm just kidding.
Oh, don't block her. She's like, what if I'm like my love?
I know.
Because I know, Taylor, you probably would do it for fun for a little bit.
I would. No, but I love Claudia.
But basically, I've said to the community that pineapples do not belong on pizza, so now they basically tell me that they do. So we're trying to have a little bit of a debate about that.
Yeah, I don't like pineapple pizza either. I'm with you on that. And
fruit does not belong.
They want to know, have you seen the movie Pineapple Express?
So it was on TV a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't sit down to watch that. So that's definitely something that I need to put on my list.
I like that one. That's my kind of humor. I love that. I love that movie. I've seen it a few times. So your trip. So earlier we were talking about, hi Satanica. Earlier we were, and thank you for all the super hearts. You guys are awesome. Shout out to Sarah leading the super heart race, followed by Ed, followed by I think Derek, and then Elliot and John and Dem. Thank you for sending super hearts. I know a lot of you guys I didn't get to say thank you because we've been talking, and there's all sorts of cool stuff going on. There's gonna be a civil war, pineapple against pineapple pizza lovers. Ham, everyone, Hawaiian pizza. Wow. The pineapples are out of control right now in the chat. We've lost control of the pineapples. So anyway, earlier when you were scoping, you were talking about your trip to America, and I had asked, you know, how can people send money to support that trip and that travel? And we got into some pretty cool stuff. We were talking about monetizing the channel, and I'm sure there's people in the chat, maybe if you want to put like a 1, or maybe you want to put an eggplant into the chat if you think that Sonam should have some type of way that people could send money voluntarily, just like I have here with femyoga.com, in addition to the super hearts, because actually, as some of you might not know, only American broadcasters right now, super broadcasters, can actually cash out the super hearts. So she's in the UK, even if she had the most super hearts in all the land, she couldn't actually cash that out and use it for the trip coming up. So yes, there's all sorts of, Ed's putting all sorts of eggplants into the chat. I think that means he thinks he should. I see a lot of ones. Satanica, Lou, Sarah. Sarah is like my top super hearter and my top supporter, so she should know of all people. So do you want to talk about that a little bit on, like, maybe are you thinking about doing that? Actually, here, let me start. I'll say there's 2 ways that I think that you can do it, and you can just tell me what you think of them. Well, a lot of people, Derek and Wendy and Asia, did I say it right? I hope so. Yes, Boots says Sonam. Totally right to be rewarded for all that effort. I totally agree with that. Yes, you can cash out your super hearts, T5. Only the super hearts, the sparkly ones you see coming up next to Sonam's head there. Look at her with her spiral straw. I love it. It's so fancy. It's a top shelf straw. It's a top shelf cup and a top shelf straw being drank by a top shelf pineapple.
There you go.
Done. Solved it. Okay, so there's two ways I've seen people on Periscope monetize, and the most common way is through PayPal.me. And everyone wants you to go to the Midwest when you come to America. By the way, they're all saying that you have to go see everyone. So you might as well just move here for a while.
Okay, I'm up for that.
And we're definitely going to need a lot of money for that because that's going to be a lot more expensive.
Yeah, this is the part of the scope where I'm like, do I have to? Yeah, I want to talk about this. So yeah, I'll let you start, Taylor.
This is the crying part that we talked about earlier. Oh, your love for Sonam spans the universe. That's a lot of love. Everyone wants you to come to New York. You're trying to get us cash. I don't think it's working. You have to click the little heart that has the dots around it, and then you can buy those ones to send the super hearts. But if you're trying to send Sona money, you should go buy her merch. Go check her links in her bio, and that's the best way to do it right at this second. Okay, Carol's giving you all the different places you can go meet her in America.
Okay.
Hey, Rocky.
I'm actually looking at tickets, so I'll definitely be going to what do you call it, LA and New York, but we'll have a look at the other places.
Yeah. Yes. There'll be there'll be like a tour, an American tour of the pineapples. So I've seen most people have done like PayPal.me, like that's what Flash has. So a lot of people have. So they do PayPal.me/Sonam108. The reason I did not do that is because the way that I had it set up, for some reason, I felt like they could see my first and last name and the city and state that I had for my billing address, which was more than I wanted to share on there. Now, I don't think Flashes says that. I think the only thing you really see is the email address. But I don't know exactly how to set that up personally, but I've seen a lot of people use that, and depending on what kind of information how you have it set up, like for what your name is on there, you can test it. Have like a friend send you $1 through your PayPal.me once you set it up and just see like what they see, just to make sure that your privacy is protected. I mean, this is for obviously not just Sonam, but anyone on Periscope or anywhere. If you're going to be setting up an online business, you want to make sure that you're not giving out too many personal details about where you're located or your personal information. So Angel's Piano says she uses PayPal.me and she says it works great. That's great, Angels. If you'd like to share, like how long you've been doing that or how much you get from that, anything you want to share. I love to always talk, actual numbers and results from people that are actually doing it. I get about $2,000 a month from my Periscope channel right now, and that's kind of like outside of Super Hearts. Super Hearts are still so new. We've only gotten paid out once on them, so it's still kind of hard to tell exactly how much you'll get from that, but that's another way that hopefully they'll go international soon, and you can send Sonam all your Super Hearts, which you can already do, and then she'll get those too.
Well, I checked the PayPal thing, and I looked at trying to set it up as Top Shelf Pineapple, and as long as you give your billing address, you can use it if it coordinates with the email address, which is info@topshelfpineapple.com. And when I checked the link, paypal.me/Top Shelf Pineapple, and I'm not saying that to advertise myself, by the way, but I'm just saying, like, it came up as like Top Shelf Pineapple, so there's no information about me on there. So it's work. Okay, in case Taylor, you want to set it up that way as well, you can use a different name like Fem Yoga Taylor and do it that way.
Yeah, because I tried setting it up and for some reason, I don't know, I must have messed it up. So that's good. So you could just do Top Shelf Pineapple, or I would think a shorter link would be a little bit better, just because Top Shelf Pineapple's a little bit long, but they'll remember it, like maybe like TSP or Sonam108, I don't know, whatever. You could do whatever you want. So that's like the easiest way. You can just put that in your bio right now, and then I would recommend for someone who's just starting out with it, like, Sonam was like, I do everything for free. I've always done everything for free. Like, why should I start asking for money? I don't really want them to feel weird. So it's like, well, if you just at the end of your broadcasts, just start with like at the end, just saying, hey, if you like this broadcast, if you found it valuable, my PayPal link's in my bio if you want to do that. And And you know, most people won't. It's not like everyone's now forced to go send you money, although that would be great for you, I would think, because it's good to receive. I think it's a good exercise when you're starting your own business. Because how long have you been doing the top shelf pineapples now?
So Top Shelf Pineapple started about 3 or 4 months ago, and I've recently kind of stopped working where I used to on the side as teaching and whatever. And I really love, everyone in the chat, if you could just give your honest opinion, even if you don't believe in it, please just be honest with me, because that's what I'm all about on Periscope. I'm going to share exactly why, when Taylor mentions money, I'm just sitting there going, oh my God, the world is going to fall on my head any second now. And I'm going to tell you why. Because for me, I've been scoping for just over 2 years now, and I've been through a challenging journey, but I've always just wanted to kind of love people. That's my mission, is just to go out there and love. And I'm like, okay, I want to go out and love you and just kind of try and understand what's going through your mind, and if you need anything, I'm here, kind of thing, and whatever. And in terms of money, I think my biggest fear is that it's not even fear, but I think my belief system is such that, I've always been brought up like, don't ask for anything. You just don't go and say, oh yeah, can I have this, unless it's, to family members or friends or whatever. And I think that's the biggest challenge for me, is that how do I monetize a channel, or a place where I just want to kind of go out there and do all this stuff, and then I don't want people to feel like I'm sitting there going, right, okay, but in return, for me to love you, you have to give me money. And I know, Taylor, you say that I'm not forcing anyone to, it's completely their choice or whatever, but I just sit there and I go, oh my God, is this the right thing? Will they think that, I don't know. It's a big challenge for me in my mind at the moment, and that's why I'm like, well, I've stopped, working where I used to. I need the money. My dream is Top Shelf Pineapple. I'm waking up, living and breathing it. I've only slept 2 hours last night because I was trying to edit videos and stuff, which I have to finish tonight. I have a big vision for it. I know where it's going. I know what's going to happen. I'm having my challenges along the way, but I know where I want it to be. And how do I start that if I don't know how to ask for money, or not even ask, but I don't know how to put myself forward as somebody that will be like, I'll happily receive, a donation here or there. Like, even that to me is like, oh my God, what, how? And I'm not saying that because I feel like nobody else should do it, because all of you that are doing it, my hat's off to you. You're doing an amazing job. But for me, it's a massive challenge. So if anyone has any tips, or if Taylor, you'd like to take over, I'm happy to just sit there and listen to you and get some advice, really.
This is fun. I'm having a great time. I love getting to know you better. And it's a good topic because I think a lot of people are like that, including broadcasters. So they are responding to you. Feel free to read that. I know it's hard to read and listen at the same time, but yeah, Chris, you can actually do this with Periscope Producer. So I just brought Sonam. So it's cool because I'm in New York. She's all the way in London in the UK, and we're right here together with you guys. It's like we could hug. Okay, wait,
Yeah.
hug to your right, hug to your right.
Like this way?
Yeah, okay. Oh, yep, your face is in my boobs. Okay, that was good. Oh, hey, Sage. Sage says, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? And everyone's talking about how you bring all this positivity. So I guess for me, it's like, so you're talking about you don't want to ask people for things. That's how you were raised. Cool. So that's actually, I love that, because that shows like independence. Yourself, you want to be able to be like self-made. You don't want to be asking people for favors and handouts and things like that. But I think that for me, it's kind of like, don't think of it. I mean, of course, respond back, like anything if you disagree or anything. Anybody in the chat. Yeah, I know. Actually, people have said that I'm like the American Sonam, and she's the British Taylor before, because we both tried to get that positivity.
Compliment to me. So thanks, guys. High five to whoever
It's a compliment to both of us. Boom! I gave you a high five. Okay. What was I going to say? Something else about, that it's not a donation. It's not like you're like, on here and you're like, I'm Sonam and I quit my job and I need money. Please send me money. I would really like some money. If you can send money, that would be awesome because I need to eat and I need to pay my bills and I don't have a job and I'm just going to sit here and I'm just going to ask you for money. That's all I'm going to do. Now that's not really what you're going to be doing. You know, it's going to be you're providing your content and then they voluntarily can choose if they want, if they actually find value from it, to send you like $5, or you're gonna find people that are like, here's $500, like, because everybody values it differently, and people are gonna see. I've seen this myself. Me, hi Alex. Sorry, I don't mean to keep ignoring you. I've got a lot of comments coming in, but I've seen that people vibe with the fact that I'm a female entrepreneur. That sometimes that in and of itself, you find other business women and men who are like, you know, I have one who just signed up for $50 a month, and she's like, I love this. I love that you don't mess around, you don't make excuses, you get on there every day, you provide the content, and it's valuable. And, you know, I mean, I provide 90 hours of content a month. For someone to give $5 a month or $100 a month or any of that, it's really not, you know what I mean? It's not like this, it's not uneven. It's not like I'm doing nothing and they're just like helping me out and giving me all these favors and like I'm indebted to them now. It's like they're already indebted to you. We all already are because you've given us so much for free already. So it's like
Yeah.
you already have people that are just like primed and ready to be like, let me help, let me like throw $20 towards your trip to America. Like it's $20. Like to us, we feel like for personally, like I would send $20 and be like, I know it's only $20. It's like one meal somewhere in America. It's like nothing, but at the same time, it's like it's 20. It's just a way for you to kind of receive it if there is anyone who wants to give it. And I think
Yeah.
that once you realize how many people want to, you might become more comfortable being like, yeah, my PayPal's in my bio if you want to send anything.
Yeah. I think, and I completely agree. Like when you say that to me, because I'm in the moment, we've got this great energy that's going, I'm sitting there going, yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this is perfect, this is the best advice. And I think at the same time, it's just a case of like how, you say it's not a donation and it's absolutely fine. Like if you ask anyone in here, um, when somebody sends me something, I respond with, oh, but can I send something to you back? Because my thing is like, I don't want to take. And again, you make a great point that I'm not taking, I'm giving the content. Um, but I think, yeah, for me, in my mind, it's just like, I think do you know what? While we're talking, I think talking really helps, by the way, guys, because this is almost like a therapy session for me because I'm sitting here sharing everything with you and I'm getting all these kind of like breakthrough moments in my mind. And I'm sitting here going, well, actually, I am sharing the content, but maybe there's a part of me inside that can't believe that I can make money from this because it's something that I just enjoy doing for fun. And in our minds, we all have this thing of like a job has to be 9 to 5. We have to feel tired at the end of the day. We have to work really hard and, get home and feel like, oh my God, I don't want to go to work on a Monday morning. And I live on this. Like I get up and dance in my scopes. I have a lot of fun. I, I I just love it when I communicate with all these people. And maybe there's a part of my mind that's sitting there thinking, well, actually, can I get paid for having fun? But I guess that's what real work, well, work shouldn't be work. It should be what you enjoy, right? It shouldn't have to be like something that is a stressful thing. And I think maybe I have to kind of adapt my mind into believing that actually work can be fun instead of being this job that is so tiring and horrible and.
Yes, yes, it's like a big breakthrough. I love this because it's like I totally, totally relate with that. I'm sorry, I'm like yelling into the microphone. I'm all hyped up now. Because it is like I think we're very similar. Like we love to Periscope. We actually like it. It's like we find it enjoyable to read the comments and see the hearts and even the trolls. Like I think we both have fun with them, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like almost like it doesn't I thought about this the other day. I work about 42 hours a week on my Periscope channel. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that sounds like so much. Like it sounds like holy crap, I work 42 hours a week. People be like, oh, I would never like 40 hours is enough. And it's like, dude, I used to work like 30 hours a week and I hated I liked the job enough, but it was like it's that whole concept like you think that you should have to be miserable for it to be work, that it should be and it's not always positive, especially once you start handling when you actually have like people that are paying you as customers. For me, I cater my content to them. So, oh, thank you for the super heart smell. So whoever, and Wendy and anyone else that I kind of like couldn't say, I'm getting all distracted, but I was gonna say that something, I don't know, I lost it.
We have a platform, and it doesn't have to be like such a big challenge, and we can, you know.
And it is work though. Like there's people that would find this so hard to do. Like, and we are solving a problem because I don't know if you look around if you watch a lot of Periscope, but it's like there's not a ton of great content out there. And I'm not trying to insult any other broadcasters in the room. I mean, we all do the best that we can, but we're all into different things. And like I'm going on Netflix and I'm like, oh, this is boring. I'm gonna go see what's on Periscope. Like I have to pay for Netflix. I don't have to pay for Periscope. So the least I could do is like at least send super hearts or go to their PayPal and send like $5 for one good broadcast because I know that they took an hour of their time and really how much is their time worth, because there's also the voluntary thing where like when you have a group of I forget what this is called, but when you have a big group of people, everyone in that group thinks someone else in the group is going to do it. So like they'll think like, oh well, someone else will take care of this and it'll be, So it's like you do have to have some way that like the few people, because it is really, it's like if you look at my sponsorship list that I just put up, what is there like 20 people, maybe 30, in a month? It's not like I've had almost 100,000 views on my Periscope broadcast in the past month, and I've had like 30 people contribute, and it's enough to keep me going. It's enough for me to cover my overheads and keep going. So it's really, it doesn't take a lot, and like someone like you is going to make people feel really good even just for like $5, like giving $5 is like, yes, like that really does help, especially if you're trying to run your own business. It's like every little bit really helps to get it going, and you need that capital, and you're not borrowing it. That's the best part. It's like you're not going to the bank and being like, hey, can I get a $50,000 loan because maybe my business will make money one day? It's like, no, you can start getting that right now. Thank you for the super hearts, Travis. I appreciate that. See, Alex just said he wants to donate $50 to us. Well, if you go do that on my website, I will give the 25 to Sonam. If you go to femyoga.com, you'll see the gold level sponsorship. Just type in there, send half of this to Sonam.
That's about to make me cry. And it's like, it's not because it's something like, oh my God, what the hell, or I'm kind of trying to bring my emotions out there or anything, but it genuinely makes me cry because I'm like, hold on, this person in my mind is like working hard for that money, and he's happy enough to like say, I'll donate it to you guys, and that just kind of like, it just makes me think like, wow, there's amazing, and I know there's amazing people out there, don't get me wrong, but like, I think the biggest thing, like we had that little breakthrough 5 minutes ago, is work can actually be fun. And sorry to interrupt you, Taylor, I know you were saying something a second ago, but like when I did my meditation scope, and I was sitting there and doing a Just Be broadcast and having fun with just kind of just letting it out or whatever, there was a point where I actually cried at one point, and someone said, oh, don't be sad, and I said, I'm not sad, I just feel a deep connection. Like I just feel like happy that this time last year I was ready to just end it all, and now I'm at a point where I wake up and I'm so excited to breathe top shelf pineapple and work hard at it, and it's just a feeling of like oneness with the universe. And I know a lot of people don't might not believe in that, and that's completely okay, but it just, like, for me, it's like I can't believe I feel like this after a point where I was just like ready to just whatever. So when that person said that, and I'm so grateful to whoever said it, but that just warms my heart, and I'm thinking, wow, like, it's actually okay, it doesn't have to be difficult. I'm enjoying this,
Yeah. No, that was beautiful. I almost teared up because I it's been so long now since I was at that point in my life, but it's like, even, you said it was just this time last year, which is like, every year you're going to be like, I can't believe that time where I almost ended it. I almost gave up all this. and didn't create anything. And now it's like there's some quote, and I'm going to totally butcher it. I don't even know who it's from, but they say something about how, oh, yes, Elliot, that is what it's called. Thank you. So, oh crap, what was it? Oh, the quote where it says like that your life is, and you is like, it's an artwork that no other person could ever make. Like you are the only medium by which your life can actually be created. So it's like it's just so beautiful to think of it like that. Like to think that, and then it also gives you a way to relate to people who are there right now. I mean, I know there's people in this room. I don't know, who's in here right now, but I've seen some people come in and out just now that have had that happen. And there's people in here saying they actually watch Periscope more than TV. And I bet they would be willing to pay like $5, $10, $20, however much a month to actually have really good quality content. Because then when you have a few $1,000s coming in every month, you can actually go out and like buy silly costumes and pineapple things and all this stuff to make the channel better. It's not like you're going to go out and like, blow it on like a diamond watch or something like,
Yeah.
And even if you do, like anything that energizes you is good for your channel. Anything that makes you feel good is a good investment for your channel. You know what I mean? Like, so even that kind of stuff, like don't feel bad if you go like buy a beer. Like I've had that before. People are like, well, I don't want to sponsor you if you're going to just buy beer with it. It's like, so I actually have also an Amazon wish list on my website, which is a way that they know exactly what their money is going towards getting you. You know what I mean? You can say, I want this, and then they can give you that thing rather than feeling like they don't, if there's any kind of trust concerns on there, and that's another way to kind of monetize. And Amazon tracks it all on how much everything costed and all that. Yeah, invest towards content. Yes. But one thing, sorry, I know you're about to say something, but Mel, Mel, who is I think from your channel actually, and hello, thank you for being here, Mel3868. She just said, I find Perry more helpful than TV because it's interactive. And thank you, Satanic. I really, really do appreciate your contributions. Every little bit is awesome. And I do want to get to what you had said a little while ago. Let me just write it down. Oops, I wrote Santa instead of Satanica. Okay, well, your name is Santa now. And I'm going to write down your website. Okay, so Mel said, think about how expensive therapy is. Right? So people have to go and they have to pay a lot of money to talk to a professional about their life. And no, of course, we're not doctors. Neither of us are doctors. We're not certified counselors or therapists. But I think that from our own life experiences alone and being available to you, there is a therapeutic benefit to both, to the broadcaster and to the people that are there in the chat, and that we all learn from each other, and that is valuable, and it's what it's called is it's an information product. And it maybe that's just new, like you've sold, like actual like books or something in the past that's physical, so it's like content is kind of an abstract product, but information products are actually some of the hardest to copyright. So if you actually invented like this amazing thing, like this amazing pineapple slicer, whatever, I don't know if it has to be pineapple related, but whatever it may be, it's actually like really easy for someone in China or India or wherever to just copy that and like start manufacturing it on a mass scale. It's really hard to make money trying to like sell something like that, where when your brain and your soul, like your very essence that makes you Sonam and makes us all so magnetized to you, is your product. Like that is something, and people can't imitate that. Like someone from China can't just start like stamping out a bunch of Sonam108s and like just take your business away. So there is actually, it's an advantage, it's a competitive advantage that you have just in your, just in being a nice person, honestly.
Well, I think another, even while you're talking, I'm sitting there going, right, okay, this makes sense now, this is what I'm thinking, this is where it's coming from. And it's so enlightening for me, because I'm thinking, I did the whole motivational thing on Periscope as well, where I used to come on and give everyone the talks about, when you're depressed, how to get out of bed, what to do when you're feeling low, how to become more confident and stuff like that. And I think, a whole part of my life, like there's been a big chunk of my life where I used to get bullied. People didn't really appreciate me for who I was. I was, I didn't get a degree, and around you get this whole thing of like, oh, well, if you don't have a degree, you're not worthy. And I'm so blessed that my parents are fully supportive of me, and they love me, and they're kind of like, Sonam, you just do what you have to, and so is my brother and everything. But there are people in society who are like, well, if she doesn't have that piece of paper, she's not worthy. And I used to go to events, and people used to say, "Oh, what is your daughter doing now?" to my mum or something, and my mum would have to kind of say, "Oh, yeah, she's just doing this and that," and I just used to look down instantly. There was never a moment where I went out and I was proud of who I was, because I was so frightened of being judged by the outside world. And I think what the biggest lesson I've learned in this moment while I'm talking to you is that people love me for who I am. And I know that because I get messages and people are really supportive of me and everything. But right now, like my heart is beating and I feel kind of like my soul is like awake, because I'm sitting there going, I don't have to sit there and be something different to any of you. You are enjoying who I am, and I think
Yes.
that's what I try and remember more. That's yeah.
Yes, I love that. It's so true. And everyone here is like living evidence. You know, it's not just like me up here with my antics just trying to be nice and
Yeah.
positive. No, like everyone here is like, please let us send you support. We want to, because there's people that'll come on. There's plenty of people on our channels that are going to be where we used to be. They're in a really dark place. They probably aren't getting paid what they're worth because they don't even think they're worth anything. So they're, if they even are working, because some people aren't, don't even have energy to get out of bed, like you said. So there's going to be a lot of people that we're helping that can't support us financially. And that's not, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You know what I mean? Like, I think that we think that those, oh, well, I don't want those people to have to feel like they have to pay or anything. And that's why I try not to make any of my content really exclusive, because I do like to have access to that market as well. And that's my choice. People advise me all the time to make my some of my content exclusive, that people have to pay to get it. And so far I've been really, really not wanting to do that, because I like being able to reach the people who may not be able to afford anything right now. And I say this all the time, I want to get you to a point where you can support me at femyoga.com, because that's actually a victory for you. And then I get hopefully a little teeny little like piece of that, because that's just proof to me that you really made it. Now you have an extra $5 in your pocket every month, or however much. And they assume, you know, mostly they're probably going to want to say thank you if you're really helping them to get out of bed in the morning. I mean, that's priceless. That's worth way more than $5, you know. But even just that, just a little something. I mean, and I think it makes people feel good when they feel like they contributed to you, because then they don't feel like they're just taking from all of your energy and getting all the benefits and not really being able to support you back. Yeah. And now I'm totally going to change the vibe, because I thought this was funny. Bruce said, I'm going to have to tell my Chinese factory to stop making Sonam dolls now, because they are already making them.
I've known Bruce for nearly 2 years now on Periscope, and he's the biggest troll in the world. Like, honestly, he's the best troll. So everything Bruce says, guys, just ignore him. If you want to block him, go. No, don't actually block him. He's lovely, but yeah, he enjoys trolling. I love Bruce. He's definitely been one of the people that I've kind of turned to when I was going through a difficult time, and he's just been the most amazing person. So that's why we have that relationship where he can just say whatever, and I'm like, yeah, just say whatever.
You know what we should do, guys? We should come up with little like Sonam-isms, like little things that she says, and then we can make a doll, and you pull the string in the back of the doll, and it says like one of the things that she says in her voice.
All I'm going to be saying is top shelf pineapple, pineapples.
Oh, I'm sure there's things that you say that you don't even realize you say. Like, I say boom so much, yeah. BOOM. I'm like, boom, boom. Yeah. But I didn't know I said that until they started calling me out on it and making a drinking game based around it. Oh, look, you guys, look, a heart race. I found it. Boom, right next to Sonam's head. So we want to say thank you to the people sending the normal hearts too. It's not just about the super hearts, although I do see a ton of them coming in from Robe, is that Esparza? Thank you so much for the super hearts. And Sarah, Ed, Travis, Elliot, Wendy, Mel, everyone who left, Derek, John, and Dem, thank you guys so much. You are all amazing. You are proving to her that she's valuable, because this is all about Sonam. It's all about top shelf pineapples and her amazing top shelf drink, which I totally want to drink out of, because all I have is this stupid water bottle.
It's just water in there. I should have a nice pina colada in there, but I'm just like, I'll drink out of this glittery thing and make it look like I'm drinking something really cool. It's water, guys. It's a bit boring, but you know, it makes it look a little bit nicer.
Pliny says that you would, one of the things that the doll would say is that pineapples don't belong on pizza.
Yes, yes. I think me and you should just Yes. All right. Anyway, why did I even end it like that? That just makes it sound really awkward. Clearly, what I mean is I love you.
There was a moment. I'm pretty sure they just had a moment.
And I was like, wait, do I say it? It's going to sound really dodgy.
I love it. This is perfect. So do any of you, oh, hi, Mike. Hello. There's another broadcaster. Actually, Mike, you were one of the first broadcasters I ever followed, too. I followed you and Sonam for a while now. Everyone's arguing in favor of pineapple pizza. This argument will never end. So any questions for Top Shelf Pineapple or anything else, Sonam, that you wanted to say?
I think that's it, to be honest. I feel like this is, you know, when we discussed, you know, us collaborating, I was like, you know, sitting there going, right, you know, what are we going to talk about? Or we might just have some fun or just whatever. And I think this is the best thing that could have happened for me right now, because I feel like I love deep and meaningful conversations and things that help me progress and become better. And I feel like I've learned so much from this today. So all I want to say is thank you, Taylor, to be honest, because it means the world to me to have you just be so kind and loving and just just kind of sharing all your advice and all your followers kind of being really supportive as well.
They're amazing. Yes, they said maybe you would like pineapple pizza if you ate it cold.
No. No.
And Pliny says he no longer feels safe. And what did you say, Twitter Universe? The Twitter Universe said something funny too. I already forgot it though. Oh, they've lost respect for me because of my new pineapple glasses. And yes, these are. Yeah, we should end it with our pineapple masks on. Oh, thank you, Alex. That's really sweet. I appreciate that. Oh, and my pleasure, Claudia. I didn't really have to do much. I just tried to get her to say some stuff. Yes, it's so pretty. I love it so much. I love that mask. Did somebody send that to you or did you buy it yourself?
Oh, I bought it myself. I've got pineapple ice trays, I've got pineapple bag tag, I've got a pineapple bag.
See?
Everything pineapple. Carol sent me a little bracelet today with a pineapple on it, which was really lovely. Pineapple
Guys,
ear.
Send her money for her pineapple mask. That's not free. Okay? Make sure next time you see her go live, make sure she has a PayPal link in her bio. We're all gonna gang up on her now. It's gonna be the pineapple squad. Twitter Universe wants to ask you about the BS show.
Okay, so this is a show that Bobby Bicker and I are talking about doing together. It is, we met up for a drink the other day, and you know, she made this beautiful handbag for me, which is on my bed right now. And we were sitting in this place, and there was like this bull, which we later discovered was a cow, but we don't want to talk about that right now. But like, there was a bull, and we were sitting right behind it, so we were at the back end of the bull basically, and we started a scope together. And you know, we said, oh, why don't we start our own talk show and we can talk absolute BS. And we were like, well, we're behind a bull, we can call it the bullshit show, and just basically sit on this table all the time. So we're, you know, we call it the bullshit show. And then Dorset Mark kindly reminded us that B and S stands for Bobby and Sonam, so why don't we just call it the BS show? So we're going to do a little show together every week, which we're discussing at the moment.
Oh my god, I love that. That's so awesome. I love Bobby Bicker too.
Yeah. It just I love how things just happen, and that's, you know, I think that's something that kind of wakes me up all the time as well, is that things just tend to happen. Like, you know, when you think of something and then it's there, or if you're just kind of like, you desire something and it comes into your life, like all that stuff has been happening to me so much recently, and I feel like, you know, it's a sign to say I'm in alignment, things are going well, so I just need to take every opportunity I can and just go with it. And yeah, so that anyway, that's what we're planning for the BS show.
Yeah, me too, actually. The synchronicity has been crazy
Yes.
this year. I feel like everything's totally aligned, and it means that we're totally doing what we're supposed to be doing.
Yep, exactly.
I love that. So special thank you again to everyone of our sponsors at femyoga.com. Thank you to the super harders. Thank you to the regular harders. Thank you to everyone who shared this out, invited their followers, retweeted on Twitter. Oh, actually, wait, one last thing for Sonam. They were asking what other social media are you on? Where else can they follow you besides Periscope?
Okay, so I've got a Twitter account, which is Sonam_108. And Instagram, which is in my bio, Sonam108, and it's the second link in my bio. And I've got a YouTube channel, Sonam108. Everything is Sonam108 apart from Twitter, which is Sonam_108. But yeah, Twitter is the best place to get in touch with me in terms of tweeting at me, because that's where I like to kind of tweet every day and stuff.
Yeah, I love Twitter too. Wasteman Dan, I'm not sure what Odd Future is, but I got this in a package of weird masks that I got at Walmart, so feel free to get that. Oh, I also got this at Walmart. This is not related to pineapples, but it is pretty awesome, I'd have to say. It's a bunny mask. So there's the bunny head. But I don't want that on because I want to have the pineapple on for when we end this. Okay.
That bunny head is so cool. I love it so much.
Dorset Mark says he's still waiting for the royalties for the BS show.
Oh, he's definitely getting them, honestly. And yeah, Mark, you're definitely a big part of that. Sonam_108. That's right, Elliot. Thank you so much.
Sonam, do you want to send in some pineapples or purple pineapples so people can follow you?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. How do I? Taylor, I'm doing this because I love you so much that I'm putting eggplants in my pineapples, all right?
Yes! I love it. I told her, I said, okay, so we can name the scope either something like, what is a top shelf pineapple? Or we could call it like, meet Sonam108, let's hang out with Sonam108. Or we could call it, this chick loves eggplants.
We need to get Taylor's account banned.
Yes, perfect. And I wasn't sure if she was going to come on with an eggplant, so I even had a peach prepared, just in case.
Literally, before we went live, I was like, Mum, do we have an eggplant in our fridge? She was like, no. I was like, damn it, we're Indians and we don't have eggplant in our fridge? What the hell is going on? I'm short for an eggplant and I'm going to tweet it at you, Taylor, the eggplant.
That's hilarious. Alex, I'm using Periscope Producer through OBS to make this a split screen. So everybody, here's your last chance to follow Sonam, and of course follow me if you're not already. And remember, you're all worthy of being loved and feeling comfortable in your own skin. This has been A Moment in Time with Taylor and Sonam of the Top Shelf Pineapples. Wait, Sonam, put your pineapple on.
Sitting here panicking. I was almost about to choke on my water because I was sitting there posing with a little thing.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Sage. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Now, this has been A Moment in Time with the Top Shelf Pineapple and the poser Top Shelf Pineapple, which is me. And yes, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. And I'll be back in, how long? 3.5 hours with Ruane Football. Chris Ruane will be doing another split screen, so stay tuned. I might do a scope before that or after that. I don't really know, but stay tuned. Okay, thank you. Bye.